Alright, what's up YouTube? Back again with that part 2. Let's get off real quick on some dollar book finds. These are all dollar books. This is the second series, black and white Batman. 2 copies of that number 1. What a killer idea and what a killer set of covers for the first series and this one. That's the Steranko cover. Kind of ominous dark cover. Who is this? Amanda Connor? Amanda Connor, black and white. Really sweet. I don't know if this was Sienkiewicz or Jock, but still, for $1 I had to get him. An old Batman issue. Just a cool cover. Whoops, you got caught. A few Harleys here, and I have a couple more coming up in some of my pickups for the week, but just issues I didn't have, and they were for $1, and I thought, right on. The Zatanna black cover, really good shape. I mean, all these books were in good shape. And last but not least, Power Girl and Harley number 1. Alright, like I said, those were just some dollar books. Now let's get into books for the week. Now, I'm not really into Robotech, nor am I really that enamored overall with Stanley Lau. But there were 2 of these up on the shelf, and there were a lot of people fighting over them and talking about them. And I grabbed them, because I have a feeling this is going to be a $100 book, to be honest with you. But Robotech, Stanley Lau, art germ cover, 2 copies. The last 2 copies. And the guy right behind me who walked in, he kept saying, hey, they didn't get the number 1 cover Robotech. And some other guy there goes, should have gotten here earlier, man. The Stray Bullets, of course. I'm so happy this series is coming out on a regular. But issue 26 there. If you don't look into that, David Lapham, obviously if you know some of the other work he's done, it's pretty undeniable. So, right on. New series, Spiritus Vault. I mean, had a really cool premise. Can't really deny some of these Vault and other short print titles like this one, for instance, Aberratu, number 4 of 6. It's been pretty interesting so far. Really like Lion Forge, the publisher. Speaking of, we have another one that I've been really interested in, Jazz Maynard. I don't know, just that's my kind of style. I like the book. The art inside is awesome. So much so, I bought 2 copies. Last issue here of Hadrian's Wall. I haven't read it, but I can only hope that maybe there's more of this, because this was really cool. About kind of a struggling detective that has to go out into space and solve a murder. Yeah. Woo. Very cool. Last issue here also, Broken Moon. Wasn't the best cover. I was kind of buying these for the covers, but this was the last issue, and I figured might as well pick it up. Speaking of pickups, this was another one here. Bill Willingham of Fables fame has a new series. I think it's a mini, but I'm not entirely sure. Extra size 33 pager, Lark's Killer. And of all the covers, I'd have to say this one won out. Alright, finally, talking about the Aquaman 25, that black cover. I finally found 1 copy, and I picked it up. Speaking of, I mentioned in my last video about going back and getting the Shiva cover of Batwoman. And got that one handled. Figured I'd have to pick up an Avengers number 4. I mean, for $1? Sure. No problem. Of course, everyone knows about this. Jokes and Riddles. Probably the coolest cover. This week, man, I saw a lot of the A cover DCs were like better pickups than the B, which is sort of rare. Of course, the 170 Walking Dead. Interested in getting into that. Extremity. Been liking that one. That's just been a lot of action. Jessica Jones, the MAC watercolor cover. Sweet. Going to be sad when this thing ends. Strange Things, or Savage Things. This is a mini, but that's been really good by Vertigo. Obviously, I stay up on East of West. Always like that format and style. Big Hickman fan, so, you know, got to go with that. Speaking of a fan, Warren Ellis, man. Just try to pick up everything he does. I don't always get it on the first go-round, but Injection I've been kind of sticking with. Hillbilly, obviously, some Eric Powell. What a great cover, man. All his covers on these have just been really sweet. Sticking with this, was it Aftershock World Reader number 5. This is probably just starting to peak or get good. I don't know. Only managed to pick up this cover. I didn't get the regular cover of Sex Criminal, which is kind of odd. I usually get them both. Iron Fist, Master of Kung Fu. I've been trying to collect up the old original Masters of Kung Fu, Master of Kung Fu. And last but not least, wasn't collecting Batman in the Shadow, but I just thought this was a really cool cover that might have some legs. So, speaking of legs, are you kidding me? Alright, now for more of this, which I had promised last time, just random covers from these. This is a Friesen cover of Vampirella, but mostly it's for this, the Lucio Parrillo. These are the Virgin variants. Managed to pick up a couple of these. Rather cheap. I think that was $4.99, if you believe that. Same with this one. $4.99 for these Virgin covers. These are like 1 in 20s or 1 in somethings, but man, you don't see these that often. And they were in really good shape. There was another issue 1 of, I think it was Queen Sonia. Great cover, but man, it was beat. Moving over to some Jenny Friesen and some of these same series from Dynamite. That's a great cover. Red Sonia, number 9. And then another one of my favorites from her was the 14 in the poppy field, red poppies, Red Sonia. Very cool. Jenny Friesen. Now, the Lucios. Red Sonia, number 76. This is the end of her original run series, and Parrillo did the run at the very end here. Love this cover. Heads on spikes, women on horseback. Bam. Gotta go with that. Next, another end of that same run, the 77. Great back shot with some good lighting, sword high in the air. Real cool detail. Like it. This is part of a small series, and I actually found the Virgin cover to this one too, but it was also pretty damaged, and I just couldn't do it at the time. But I like that one. A little beheading. Revenge of the Gods, number 2, Lucio Parrillo. And now into this regular Sonia run. This is the number 4, which I hadn't seen before, but that was in good shape and pretty cool pose there. Number 8, Queen Sonia. That look she's given, like, I'm about to take this dude out. So that was kind of a cool cover. And this kind of curled up fetal position style Parrillo does a lot of. This was number 10, Queen Sonia. Very cool. Alrighty, number 11. Another horseback ride. Some cool stuff up there. Sword in the air again. Alright. Number 23. Just looking back on her conquests there. Big old mason chain dripping with that dude's probably cranial blood. Right on. Love this cover. This is such a cool cover. A lot of action, movement. Queen Sonia 25. Very cool. And then we have the 29, which is also another looking over the shoulder shot. I love it. And then finally, the last one here. This is 33. And looks like she's got her hands full. More lacerated legs. Gotta have the cut legs. That's another Parrilloism. That was, just in case we forgot, that was in addition to the ones that I'd showed previously. These are all ones that have already been in the last video. But what the heck, I figured I'd re-show them real quick. And I think putting all these together and seeking out some of these Parrillos is not a bad idea, huh? And then of course that one, and then don't forget he did some Warlord of Mars, and of course probably one of my favorite Warlord of Mars covers right there, the 21. Alright, home stretch. Here's recent pickups. These are recent pickups from eBay. I've been trying to get some of the hip-hop covers that have significance as far as the cover that they are homaging. In this case, Mama Said Knock You Out by LL. And, of course, the Deadpool #1. I don't know, was that Drake? I don't know. Whatever, just it was Deadpool #1. Once again, I'm on a big run for Mark Brooks. So, a couple more of the Ant-Mans to fill in the ones I missed. The Astonishing Ant-Mans, excuse me. That was number 6. This one is from the Ant-Man series, another Brooks cover. And just love it, man. Love the detail. Since I recently got the 262 Brooks, I went back through Legacy, and I managed to pick up a few other X-Men Legacies. Brooks cover. A lot of detail in that background around there. And of course, this one, the 274 Brooks. Moving over into some more Aquaman. Finally found a good enough copy of issue 10. Been told many times by Bad Avenger and other people that are now really following Aquaman. So I've been looking at some of these B covers. I've been doing really well with that. Also at the comic shop I was just at the other day, I managed to find not one but 2 more excellent copies of the Art Adams X-Men Astonishing 43. Very cool. I think that brings my total to like 4. And then this here is a single eBay buyer purchase. That was a Clone Conspiracy variant by Bianchi, issue 20. I just love his style too. Also Harley Quinn 1 in 25, the Road Trip variant, and also 1 in 25, issue 1, Robin, Son of Batman. And then this all happened at the same time, where I picked up 1 in 25, the Superman American Alien cover, regular cover 1, regular cover 2, which is really cool cover, regular cover 3, 1 in 25, number 4. No 5, no 6, but of course the Jock number 7. Always cool. And then last but not least, rounding out my 1 in 50 pickups of the Wonder Woman sketch cover, I ended with this. The 36, 37, and 40. The 1 in 50 variant of that run of Wonder Woman. And if you remember the last video too, I had all 3 versions of the 38. I got outbid on the issue 39, 1 in 50, but I'm pretty sure that's not as tough to pick up as some of these, so I'll find that soon and complete this 1 in 50 sketch run. Alright, well there's the rest of it. 1 in 50 sketch Wonder Woman, some more Parrillos, totally stoked. I wish you all luck out there, and I hope everyone wishes me luck, because things are getting tight around here. And, alright, Pope Cerebus, I'm out. See you.